So this is the pilot episode of the Caroline Past and Present YouTube channel. I'm going to try not to look directly into the phone lest I just stare at myself. But anyhow, something you should know about Caroline County is that there's lots of history there. It is a crossroads for lots of national history, and other places have marketed it better. Other places have better tourism. Other places have more well-known tourist stops. But my dream, my quest, my goal is to make Caroline County a household name. I really feel like there are enough stories from top to bottom in that county to make it known. Will it be like Colonial Williamsburg? Probably not. Will it be one step down from Colonial Williamsburg? Probably not. But in driving to Colonial Williamsburg, dozens and dozens of times, if you go the back way, like down 301, and then you get 17, US 17 at Port Royal. That's called Historyland Highway. There are so many old plantations and plantation houses from the 16 and 1700s. It's like low-key history. It's subtle history. You feel honored to be there if you're a history person and you know the history. And it's like undeveloped. You can get a look at these plantations that are thousands of acres, completely flat. Makes you feel like you're back in colonial times again. So is that what I envision for Caroline County? Sure. With branding, with networking historical sites, with taking the sites and the information and the history and the resources that we have or could produce and just put them out there in the heritage tourism community, put them in AAA magazine. Go to conventions for bus companies that do bus trips. If you know what the options are, you could really market the stuffing out of Caroline County, and all the people in the industry would be like, we've never heard of Caroline County before. This sounds awesome. This is a place where we want to go. And it starts with tourism professionals coming down and taking a look, writing articles, putting it in their social media. And that's how it works. It's a trickle-down effect. People will hear about it. People get interested about it. For example, I was reading a book for graduate school back in 2005, 2006, about the Tryon Palace in New Bern, North Carolina. And I'm versed on history. There's very little history that I haven't at least heard of. And I'm like, I have never heard of the Tryon Palace before. And so I'm telling you, within the month, I have packed up and I made a special trip just to go to the Tryon Palace in North Carolina, just to hear about the regulator movement, late colonial America, what the deal was in North Carolina right at the dawn of the Revolution, how it tied into, nationally up and down the seaboard with the 13 colonies. But I was amazed and disappointed in myself that I had never known it was there. And it's also, New Bern's also the birthplace of Pepsi. And I'm like, why have I not been to this town before? So that's what I envision for Caroline County. It is an undiscovered gem. And if you market it right, the world will beat a path to your door. Why would you want them to do that? Well, who would you rather pay taxes in Caroline County? Would you rather pay taxes on the roads, on what you buy at the store, sales tax, whatever taxes there are? Would you rather pay them yourself, or would you rather have outsiders coming in and spending their disposable income in Caroline County? Let me tell you, if other people are here spending money, it lessens the burden. I'd love to tell the Caroline County Commissioners that at tax time, this is why you need to emphasize tourism. This is why you need to get the right people in place to do this. People who know the history of Caroline County, people who know the tourism industry, instead of the people that you have, or the lack of people that you don't have running the show now. That's a populist message. That is a popular message. Nobody wants to pay taxes, period. Nobody wants to pay more taxes than they have to. Why not ease the burden on locals by having other people, tourists, and come in and spend that money? I have given that speech to the Rotary Club. I've given it to the Lions Club. I recorded it and I posted it to the Facebook version of Caroline Past and Present. I posted it to my own feed. That is my stump speech. And it's just a matter now, and that's why we're going to YouTube, that's why we're going to video. It's a crusade. I have to convince people, I have to convert people that even though Caroline, by many standards, is the poorest county in the state, it's not poor when it comes to history. There is value in that county. More people should know about it. I'm not saying they should move here. I'm saying they should come here, eat our food at our many local restaurants, give a donation to our museums, whatever the case might be, pay some money to do things at festivals. You know what? We lost out on the Pumpkin Chunkin'. They had some issues with insurance. They had some issues with location. There are plenty of open fields in Caroline County where we could have done that competition, where we could have hosted the campgrounds. I suggested that for years while they were struggling in Delaware or wherever else they were, and nobody would lift a finger about that. There are so many other festivals. There was a U.S. senator that served in Louisiana. He served next to Andrew Jackson during the War of 1812. We could do a Mardi Gras type event to honor him. Does it really matter that his fame didn't come until he left Caroline County? No. Any excuse for a party, any excuse to bring in people and spend money here is fine with me. I could go on and on and on about other quasi-celebrities, people that should be more important here, but aren't for various reasons. So I'm looking at my timer on my phone here. This was supposed to be 3 minutes. I'm going on 7 minutes, but this is what goes on in my head. I have no script. I didn't plan on recording this. I just decided that today was the day that I wanted to film a pilot for what I envisioned for Caroline Past and Present 2.0. And by the way, there is one legitimate Caroline Past and Present on social media. I started mine in June of 2018. There's another imposter one that popped up in May or June of 2021, and they just there's no original content. They just post other people's stuff. And you know me, at the height of the original Caroline Past and Present, which I deactivated for now for reasons, it was all original content, and I was on top of things, all the politics, all the history stories that nobody knew until I dug them up. I had such a good time doing that, and I'm telling you, there was a renaissance in Caroline County because somebody could put that history and put the essence of Caroline County into words. And they were typed words, and now they're going to be spoken words, and they're going to be videos. We're at the 8-minute mark, and I really am trying to close this down. But I hope that you will join me in this new endeavor, this new crusade. We're at a point in our county history where a lot of people have just, they've gotten old, and there's nothing wrong with that, and they've just kind of given up, they've gotten tired. It is time for a new generation of historians to come in and take the lead, and that is yet another reason for me to do what I'm doing here. I'd love the support of existing historians and historical organizations in the county, but if I don't have them, I am more than prepared to do it myself. I'd rather have your blessing than your permission, but in a perfect world, I would love to work together. Rising tide lifts all boats, many hands make short work, whatever other cliche you want to throw in there, but that's my goal, to uplift Caroline County, its history, its culture, to make us famous, right? Like Billy the Kid in the Young Guns movies. I want to make Caroline County famous. I want to restore the Caroline County that I knew growing up, the Caroline County that we celebrated with all sorts of bicentennial activities. I want to make Caroline Countians proud of Caroline County again. We were once, maybe we are now, but I am here and ready to make it the best we can be. I'm cutting this off before the 10-minute mark, but I really hope you understand what I'm thinking, where I want to take this, and I hope that you will join me and Rebecca on our trip to do History 2.0 in 2023. Thank you.